Thanks so much for joining us, Abdel.
Absolutely.
This is all about teaching, educating, helping others. Those that are tuning in are going to definitely, hopefully, are going to be dropping, some notes. Don't forget, guys, drop a comment, hashtag live on the live, hashtag replay on the replay. Where are you watching from? Drop that in the comments. If you have an email, drop that in the comments as well. We would love to help you. Abdel, before we even get into it, who are you and what do you do?
So Abdelkhawatmi, I'm with Paramount Residential Mortgage Group with my team, Dot Mortgages. We're based out of New Jersey, Eatontown, New Jersey, specifically right by the shore. Highly motivated real estate professional that is simply looking to keep people away from the dark world of the internet. It's a very, very scary world out there with information. It's like when we're sick and I'm sneezing and then I Google and it turns out that I have like stage 20 cancer, right? And it's a common cold. But I think it's just all about the importance of making debunking the myths of some professionals, right? Where, listen, I'm accessible, eyes open to eyes shut, Monday to Monday. Don't call me on a weekend and say, "Hey, sorry to bother you." No, you're not bothering me. My it's my honor to help our clients. And that's really it, man. We truly make ourselves available. It's not just me. I have an awesome team behind me. With our processing team, our underwriting team, an amazing closing department. We're blessed to get closings done very, very quickly. I'm usually the lender that's getting called when you're hit with a time of essence and you got less than 10 days to close and you're calling me and I'm digesting the file and stuff like that. And we just make homeownership happen. We make it possible. We crank away. I love doing this. I don't think I wish I got into it earlier, as many of us say. But we make it happen. So I appreciate you guys having me on.
Yeah, man, I appreciate you. For full transparency, guys, we've never met. I messaged Abdel. I said, "Hey, listen, and I sent him, I think, my video, a little promo that I do. I'm like, do you want to be a guest?" And a lot of people say, "Oh, I don't have time. Oh, I don't look the way I want to look. I don't like the sound. I don't think I have enough knowledge." And he takes me up on it. And I want to thank you for doing that, because a lot of people have a fear of doing what we're doing right now. And it's not difficult, guys. And the only way to get better is to do more of it. So if you have opportunities, take it and see what happens to your business, your brand. He's got a great brand. It's all over. I see it on his content. It's very important to have. But he's also a family man. And we all like to work. I always say, I work so I can have a life. I don't live to work. I like to work, but I want to be able to be around my family. Can you talk to that, the work-life balance that people should be focusing on?
Yeah, so it's like we spoke earlier. I'm blessed. I have a beautiful wife. We've been together for 15 years. She tolerates my day to day. We've got two amazing children, an 11-year-old and a 3-year-old. And we wake up 4 a.m., get the workout in, try to get it in together. So we keep that communication established. She was working with me at one point, which was not the greatest idea. Eventually, we quickly realized that. But I was so bad at this in like 2020, 2021, because, market was crazy. We were trying to seize up as much market share and stuff like that. And although I was blessed with my wife for so long, you can tell that it was having constraints on our relationships. Right. So, for everyone out there, the first thing you need to do is identify what are the goals that you're looking to accomplish. Right. Whether it's, making $100,000 a year, $200,000 a year, and then it's all comes down to scaling. You got to scale your business, right? And when your business is successful in that front, from a professional level, it's going to impact your personal level. I can't even say the difference because they're basically synonymous between the two. And when you're truly happy and comfortable with the systems in place, or surrounding yourself with the right professionals who are going to put those systems in place and make you realize those systems should be implemented, it's going to lead to a successful work-life balance. I think it's so important. Do I sometimes pick up an extra phone call or two or three that I maybe shouldn't during the time I try to put my phone on do not disturb? Yeah, I'm the first one to tell you. But I think what has changed probably over the last 2 years is I've become a lot more self-aware of that. And again, my wife would have probably left me 10 years ago. She didn't actually probably love me. I think she does. But I think you just find that balance, man. Eventually I always tell myself how much is too much, right? We want to make X and then we make X and then some. Putting those systems in place with the art of delegation and mastering that is going to give you the ability to hire an assistant. If you're not at that point with an assistant, if you're a real estate professional, touching with your broker who can help you. If you're a mortgage lender, touching with your team, with your corporate team. If you're an insurance person, title person, you can't take everything. And I'm the worst at that. I'm still the worst at that. I handle my own marketing. I do my content. I've got my YouTube channel with 300 plus videos. My Instagram, I post at least 3 to 4 times a day. My Facebook. But it's truly finding that balance because, we're all in this life for a short period of time, right? Our kids grow. I mean, like, just like that. My daughter's already, I don't know how tall she is, but she's past my wife already, and she's at 11. So it does go by quick. So truly finding that, and eventually you'll get to a point where you'll work less hours and less days, and you'd actually be more successful, right? Because you're that much more happier, which is going to translate to that professional. So,
yeah, you're focused. I like what you were saying as far as you were reflecting on how you were before, and then you tried something different, guys. You have to be willing to try. Know there's something that you should be focused on. A big thing also Abdel was saying was communication. If you're communicating your goals, what you're looking to do, then those extra phone calls, they don't care. It's just going to be something that it's part of the process, which I love the process. And I love how you're into fitness as well. Health is wealth. Getting and starting the day is an important thing. And doing your own marketing, I do the same thing. I don't have somebody doing it for me. And if you have, it can actually affect your brand and your whole content because the algorithm knows if it's a third party doing it for you. So a couple of side notes there. It's important. I shout out. That's fantastic that you're doing that because I'm doing the same thing. So it's like we're a mirror image, which is great. Now, with those that are watching, we have a lot of in the business world, like you were saying, real estate, mortgages. Those are the accountants and financial advisors. They sometimes they don't think they're salespeople, but you are as well. And if you're a mom or a dad, you're in sales. You're always selling to your kids, or hey, eat this or try that. What are some of the ideas or strategies that you can share with us that is working for you currently on your business? Maybe 1 or 2, and then 1 for what you maybe do for. You go into more detail about your being a parent.
So, if you're a business owner, today's day and age, your online presence is crucial. I've been blessed to appear on numerous guest channels. Last month, I was on my corporate company, which is a 2,000 plus employee company, as the national speaker on this topic. Your digital marketing is just so important. And an example I always give is, if you're going to go to a restaurant with your kids or your wife, what do you generally do when you're picking between 1 or 2 restaurants? You're going on Google or you're going on Yelp or Facebook and you're searching which one. And it has gravitated so much more to not just who has the most reviews, because those are usually the people that have been doing it longer. It's who has a nicer website, who has more photos, which person can be found online. How accessible am I to the menu, right? How easy it is for me. And then from there translates to your customer service, which is, are you picking up the phone? If you yourself are busy, do you have systems in place where your assistants or your team are making that accessible for you, right? So if you're a realtor, you shouldn't be the person who's picking up every damn phone call. It's impossible. Right. So like I have my systems is if I'm in a call right now, my phone, for respect to you and the ability to come on, is on do not disturb. So any calls that comes in right now goes to my office. I understand the importance of giving you and my clients the time of day. Therefore, I need to be respectful to that. So that's kind of piggybacking off of your digital marketing, because once you master that, and you got to be everywhere, you got to be able to. Got to be on the social media stuff, your Facebook, your Instagram, your LinkedIn, your TikTok. You got to do the pointing. You got to do the video marketing. People aren't just looking for statics. People want to see who you are. They want to know, is this person real? The second thing is when those communication channels of leads, further professionals come in, do you have the necessary filter systems to be able to help make sure every client gets the necessary attention? And then the third and last thing is you got to perfect your craft. You got to know what the heck you're talking about. If you're in the real estate world, everything is changing on a daily, right? So, interest rates were almost as high as 7% last week into the week before that. Do you know why? Well, yeah, the debt ceiling came into debate. We were about to hit the default, in the beginning of June. We all knew that was going to happen. So my clients who were in contract, I didn't lock because I knew this was all just theatrics. And then what happened after that? Last week, interest rates dropped significantly because I knew they were going to reach an agreement, which they did during, coincidentally, Memorial Day weekend, right? They reached an agreement. What happened after that? Interest rates dropped significantly. So those clients I was floating, those were some rough 2 weeks too, because I'm like, holy crap, mortgage bonds and mortgage-backed securities keep going down, which means interest rates are going up. You got to just truly love and have a passion for what you do. And whether you're brand new or you're I don't know if dinosaur is the word, but if you've been doing it for a while, you got to stay educated, right? And then just bring your family into it, man. We're on this call, you got your kid. I could care less. I love it. If anything, that tells me that there's more respect to that instead of saying, hey, man, I've got my kid or he couldn't go to daycare or whatever the case may be. Dude, I don't care. That's the reason why we hustle. And consumers appreciate that too. If I'm picking up a call and it's after hours or during hours and my son's screaming in the background, they likely have a kid too, right? They understand that I'm giving you the time of day instead of auto rejecting you or outsourcing you your phone call. Your time to me is super important, right? And that's kind of the answer to that question, where it's your digital marketing, your accessibility and your systems in place, and then just truly getting your firm knowledge and putting it out.
He's the mic drop. I have 3 daughters and my son, and providing value no matter what, if I can find time, is important because I'm on paternity leave, so I'm able to use time to bond with him. And I've done that with my other 2. My oldest is from a prior. I didn't have the ability to, but now I'm taking that time, but also having the ability, and people understand, they know, like, and trust. I'm not going to, like you, are not going to treat people like a number. So having and sharing what's out there, don't being afraid to look. We're on an actual conversation that people are going to see. It's important that people understand you are a family person as well. I wonder around, and you have some fantastic tips there, guys. If you didn't jot some, notes, make sure you wait till this uploads and re-watch that segment. The last and final is all about education, and I'm all about that as well. I've filled my YouTube channel up with lots of value, lots of tips, lots of strategies, but you're doing a lot of different things as well for home buyers, helping out with realtors, with their education piece. Can you talk on that for us?
Yeah, absolutely. So over the last year and a half, as the market truly started to shift and there were just so many factors that were out there, it was no longer, you get an FHA loan or a conventional loan. If your credit is light, you go FHA. It became so much more dynamic than that, right? So I started hosting a lot of home buying seminars, and they were predominantly done in person, and they were also done virtually. And anybody can see that I'm passionate as heck for this stuff, right? It's no longer like, hey, you're just a number, click a couple things, you're pre-approved, here's your piece of paper, see you later. So I started doing a lot of home buying seminars or investor seminars, and I'm talking like 1 to 2, every other week. So I'm actually launching, and I'm sure you probably saw it, a home buying seminar virtually. It's going to be bi-weekly every Thursday starting July 6th. It is absolutely free. Everybody can jump on. If you're a first-time home buyer, investor, insurance professional, title professional, real estate professional, I'm also going to be giving them an organized, what I call data vault of information, mortgage basics, what are closing costs, How do you read stuff? How do you find the right realtor? What is stuff you should be keeping in mind for insurance? When it's your hazard insurance, your flood insurance, changes are happening to flood where you can now go private instead of FEMA. So a lot of stuff that I've put together over the years. And then I'm sure you know, I also own a mortgage licensing school too called Got Originator, which was formerly known as Got License. So I do a lot of coaching for loan officers and also new loan officers getting licensed. So it's truly taking all those value propositions and implementing them. And then I help a lot of real estate professionals and other professionals with their branding because, again, it is the branding. I can't teach you how to make sales techniques, although I have weekly phone calls with my teams on sales techniques, right? And the basics, but you got to be found out there. And if you have an issue being found out there, I have a platform called gothomesnj.com that is literally a brand agency that will help you. We will dive into your stuff. Again, I don't charge for this stuff. And I could, a lot of the people charge numerous exuberance around the money. I'm not looking to make that kind of money. If we can service our clients truly and take care of their best intentions, karma and the Lord is going to give us back to us, right? And then I want that consumer to feel so taken care of that the second he hears mortgages, he's not thinking about anybody else. I don't need my name on a stadium, or I don't need big bucks, of Super Bowl commercials to spend. If I have that one-on-one with that client and I can spiderweb and be that lender for life, that's the approach that I take with my realtors, with my professionals, with our clients. And it's been blissful. I've truly can go to sleep peaceful knowing that we're always taking care of our clients in the forefront. So.
Well said, man. And building that community, and people want to know that. And I agree. You take some time with whoever's in your pipeline now. Those are where you get your opportunities for your next deal. People are always looking and marketing and using all this extra money instead of talking and building on that relationship that's right in front of you. Look at a transaction. If those that are watching, if you're in the mortgage business, look, you have real estate agent on both sides. You can get to know. You have attorneys on both sides. You have title companies should be building relationships, home insurance. You might have home inspectors. These are all people that should be in your arsenal. And that's what helps you. You're not just a real estate agent, guys. You are one that is a connection machine as well. You're connecting the dots, making sure you're getting things done and everything's smooth and there's a transition for sure. Yep. Abdel, how do they get in contact with you? You want to give them a cell phone number or any contact information right now?
Yep. So direct phone number 201-679-0422. Again, it's 201-679-0422. You could visit my website, gotmortgages.com. If you're an originator or anybody looking to go into mortgages, you can visit gotoriginator.com. Again, the importance of branding and easily found. I've got an office in Eatontown, 1 Main Street in Eatontown. You can always stop by. If you're a consumer who doesn't have necessary accessibility, we jump on Zoom. My entire staff runs on Zoom in addition to our in-person office. And that's about it. I think the importance of having the opportunity to help you. We do have opportunities where I deal with some clients who are already pre-approved. They're like, oh man, I wish I knew you before. Simple. I can get you pre-approved on a soft inquiry, and I can guarantee you the massive value that you'll see. It becomes so much more important getting the lowest interest rates, right? And our rates are very competitive, as opposed to truly learning. Your options are going to be unique to you, right? It's not going to be the same. Your uncle who bought even 2 seconds ago, his situation is not the same as yours. And that's what I truly work on identifying, right? Credit could be different. Income could be different. Home type could be different. The professionals that you're using could play a factor, right? And that's where I really work to tailor those best options for you. And then we take it from there. So.
Awesome. Guys, those are just tuning in. Wait till this upload. Check out in the description all of Abdel's information, all his contact information. Any of his links are going to be there. Guys, also don't forget all the playlists that are going to show up here. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I would love to help you for all insurances, connections, and fitness transformations. I'm a Beachbody coach. For those that want to get into the best shape of their life and don't have time, I would love to help you as well. Abdel, thanks so much for being with us. And everyone else, Have an awesome rest of your day.
Thanks, guys. Have a good one.